Leon, you got the win in the end. What do you make of the performance overall?
We made it a lot harder than it should be today. I think we had enough moments overall in this game to really take control and have a dominant display. But I think overall we have been quite wasteful with those moments that we then could capitalize on, and we denied ourselves basically of creating really good chances. I thought the first half actually we were quite good. Felt good on the pitch as well. Second half, obviously, I don't think we should defend as much as we did in the end. But to pick out some positives, not everything was bad, obviously, but you don't want to play a second half like this if you start the game like that. But in the end, we still got the win. We've got a clean sheet, which is for a defensive player always a good thing. Are there things to criticize and to improve based on the second half? 100%.
It felt a little bit anxious in the stadium in the second half. The manager there speaking about how it's on the players to give fans a reason to maybe react in a different way. What was it like from your perspective playing today?
It's my 4th season at the club. I know what it can be like, and you just have to get on with it, to be very fair. And to be very honest, there are moments probably where you think, okay, that's a bit unreasonable, but it's just a club. You have to put that weight on your shoulders as soon as you put on the shirt and deal with it. And obviously it can have an impact every now and then, or sometimes for some players more than for others, especially if they're a bit younger, if they're not used to it. But like I said, you have to get on with it and make sure you dig in and turn the momentum around, which is always something. If you do then score a goal, if you do take control, you get the opposite of the fans, of the support, and that's probably something that we need to ignite even more.
As one of the senior players, Leon, would you speak to younger players or newer players to say, listen, don't let it get to you if the fans are...
I think the manager does quite a good job of always making us aware as well. But again, if I think back, well, I'm ancient, so like 15, 16 years, even 12, 13 years, then it's something you need to grow into if you're not used to it. Also with the expectation that is there in terms of having to win every game. It's not always easy, but I think overall there's a great effort by the manager, and you can only repeat it. And there's a time where a player just has to step up and deal with it. Like I said before, it's not always easy. I can't lie. Even like if it's a game where we're really far off it, then sometimes you're under. Even myself, I'm like, oh wow, that's not great. It's sticky right now. But like I said, in the end, I can only repeat myself. You have to get on with it and change the momentum.
Do you think that some of the players are beginning to show that character? Because there was obviously a spell there a couple of weeks ago where it was pretty uncomfortable for everyone. You came from behind against Motherwell, made it through to the League Cup final, a good point last week in Athens, and then a victory in the back of Europe. So the players are beginning to stand up to that.
100%. I mean, you can see they all buy into it because they have to, and you have to. Is it rise up to the challenge? You just have to do it. And like I said, if it takes one player a bit more time than another, that's fine. That's why you have someone like me in the squad, Taf, Jack, even Nico is someone who really tries to take responsibility, and the boys are really all buying into it. That's the most important things. And then are mistakes going to happen? Yes, I think everybody's going to forgive them as long as you show that you understand what it means to play for this patch and that you really dig in and give it your all.
You were an experienced player when you came here. You played at a high level before. Do you remember being struck by the expectation and the demands that were on you when you came here? Does it take a bit of adjustment?
No disrespect to our supporters, but no. And I said this not too long ago. I don't know who to, but playing for the Nigerian national team actually prepared me, because, believe me or not, they probably have just as much expectation as our supporters. Let me put one out there. I was at Rangers at the time. We played against Sierra Leone maybe. We were winning 4-1. Good for me as I came off after 60. and we ended the game 4-4. And on the way back to the hotel, some of the security staff said, "Don't sit next to the windows." And I was like, what's going on? Some players closed the curtains already, and then 5 minutes into the drive, we turned the corner, and then you saw, pack, 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 pack. They threw stones at the bus, our own fans. So I guess that kind of prepared me. The expectation level in Nigeria was always really, really high. So I've met something like it before. And I think that helped me personally.